All right, friends and enemies, welcome to Office Hours. I'm the host. My name's Bryan.
I'm Harry.
I didn't say I have a guest yet. Why are you doing this to me? I have a guest. You already know his name because he's rude. God. I'm here with Harry. What's your last name? Like Carrot?
People say chameleon, carrot.
Yeah, Carrot, Chameleon.
It's
We're here with Harry
Kerametlian.
Chameleon Man. And today I wanted to talk with him about gemstones.
Why?
I have a great interest in gemstones, and I just wanted
This
to...
is so out of the blue. You're like
I just wanted to inquire if you'll let me stay on track.
Okay.
God, you just can't stop interrupting me. If you'll let me stay on track, I just want to talk to you about your favorite type of gemstone.
I don't have one.
That's ridiculous. You don't have a favorite type of gemstone?
I don't know. I bought a promise ring for my girlfriend the other day on Valentine's that
Yeah?
has aquamarine and moonstone on it.
Okay.
But I personally don't have any preference.
So no diamonds, rubies, emeralds, opal, topaz, black topaz.
Oh.
Moissanite? You know what moissanite is?
I have heard of it.
Moissanite's fake diamonds for pores.
Right.
Yeah, like you.
My
All right, so we've established you don't have a favorite type of gemstone.
Dude, I don't know anything about gemstones.
You don't know anything about gemstones.
I don't know. Dude,
That's
all I
ridiculous.
know about is what was it? Something hardness scale. And how
the Mohs
diamonds.
hardness scale?
Yeah, diamonds
Yeah.
at like not the top. It was
Yeah,
a 7
so-
or something, right?
So like the average
I
like
don't know,
hardness of
10?
stuff is like a 4 or 5, right? Diamonds
Yeah.
are like a 7.
7.
Like talcum, the stuff they make baby powder out of is like a 1, right?
Yeah. And the nails are 2 point something.
Some like just normal fingernails.
Yeah.
So
I took geology.
The reason I'm bringing this with mining, right? Mining gemstones, minerals.
Mining, sure.
You have an e-bike coming in the mail, presumably at some point.
I
just wanted to
do!
inquire your thoughts about the ethics of lithium mining.
Oh, so I don't know anything about mining it, but the production of it is very dangerous. That's all I know about it.
All you know is that
It combusts.
it's horrifically dangerous.
Yes, it combusts.
Did you know that many Colombian children die every year mining lithium?
That's really
Actually,
bad.
I made a mistake. Mining cobalt. West African children die mining lithium.
Oh, that's really bad.
It's really bad. So, how do you feel as a consumer of lithium products? How do you feel about that?
So I think there are ways to go about that,
Uh-huh.
right? Like making much more safer precautionary stuff.
So let me just stop you right there. You said much more safer. You can just say one of those words.
Safer,
You could just say much safer or add more safety.
yeah.
Okay, just
Yeah,
try
safety.
to give you a quick little
safety.
grammar
We need
lesson.
safety. Yeah.
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 Yeah?
Safety. It's good, right?
So you say safety is good. Are there any instances where you think safety is in fact bad?
Why would it be
I'm
bad?
just inquiring. I'm
Is
just
this-
asking a question.
Is this like an overlap with open book where we talk about the ethics of safety?
No, I'm just asking questions. I'm sending ideas at you.
I have
So
no
moving
ideas.
away from the ethics of, moving away from the ethics of safety, let's move back to mining.
All
Harry,
right.
If you had to be forced to mine something,
Uh-huh.
what do you
Like
think
coal.
you would like to mine?
I would like to mine diamonds.
So we're back to the gemstones. So what about diamonds attracts you to them? Is it their beauty, their worth, the fact that the De Beers diamond cartel based out of South Africa
Basically-
controls 95% of the world's supply of diamonds?
The thing I like about mining diamonds
Uh-huh.
is the fact that you can make a diamond sword, diamond armor,
Okay.
and potentially an enchantment table.
So this diamond sword you speak of, has there ever actually been one made like in reality? Could I go cut someone's hand off with it?
Oh, it's actually funny you mentioned that
Uh-huh.
because I looked it up on Reddit and
so
people
we're using Reddit as sources now. Okay. Also, big way to admit you're on Reddit on camera. That's crazy.
people
I've never been on Reddit in my life. That's
huge lie. So I was very curious, right?
Uh-huh.
If someone actually made a diamond sword.
yes.
I looked it up. Of course not, right?
Obviously not, because most diamonds are very small.
Yeah, exactly. And also people on Reddit. So I just found like a Reddit forum about real life diamond swords, right?
Okay.
And they all just like it was just a post about people discussing how it would be made, how efficient it would be, and like my takeaway from it was very inefficient.
So you went into an internet forum in which a bunch of sweaty men with neckbeards
Yes.
were discussing the diamond trade. That just sounds like my experience in the Diamond District in New York.
So it's accurate. So
Yeah.
it's
Maybe
a
they're
reliable source.
Maybe they're less Jewish.
It's a credible
though.
source.
Like every one of those shops was run by a Semitic man of some flavor.
Sure.
Do you know what that word means? Semitic? No. Okay, I'll educate you later.
Okay.
But so you said the answer to the original question was you would want to mine diamonds.
For a diamond sword.
Is that because you support apartheid?
No, it's because I support Minecraft.
Okay, but you do understand many of the diamonds mined before the 1990s were mined with apartheid slave labor.
I don't know anything about.
Well, you know that now. So would you like to change your answer knowing that diamonds are heavily influenced by slaves?
I feel like
At least
that's,
natural diamonds.
I feel like that's the same with like most mines. In
Yeah,
general.
most mining is highly unethical.
Yeah, very unethical. Like remember
Harry-
like the coal mining ages.
The
Like
ages where we mined coal, what, all of them?
Yeah, pretty much. But like especially when it wasn't really regulated too well, and like there were many accidents that happened. I remember this.
Can you name an accident?
I cannot name it,
I
but
can name several.
it was in the early 20th century.
Okay. A great many things happened in the early 20th.
A lot of things happened. in
2
the-
world wars, several other wars.
A depression.
Many things happened.
Yeah, so yeah, around that time. Oh, it was the work strike or
out?
workers strike.
Oh yeah, the Battle of Blair Mountain.
Yeah. I took history in high school
You did, yes.
and I remember things from it.
Uh-huh. This is the first time in years.
This is crazy. It actually retains in your brain.
Appalachian coal miners.
Yeah.
For once I'm being sincere and being nice to you on this. I'm like proud of you that you know about the Battle of Blair Mountain.
Thank you so much.
So Harry, you know about the Battle of Blair Mountain. Would you say that means you support killing police? There's a correct answer for this show. I need you
It's
to
because
say,
it's not open book.
I need you to say that there's a correct answer. I need you to say it so this show doesn't get canceled. Okay, I'm being real for the first time in
Okay,
like 5
okay.
minutes.
It is not okay.
Are we about to get yelled at? We might be about to get yelled at.
It's not okay to
No, we're good.
murder.
Murdering's
Never
bad.
okay.
Hot take.
Never.
Murder's bad.
We actually, I don't even know if we discussed it yet. Oh, we haven't on open book because we only recorded 1 episode of it.
Yeah.
But we
You didn't talk about the ethics of murder.
not yet. But we did talk about cannibalism on the teacher.
I forgot you guys did that. So let's move out of the murdering
Yeah.
and move something adjacent to this because I'm not sure how much you actually know about the Battle of Blair Mountain, but
I don't.
it is sort of adjacent to like labor capital relations.
Yeah.
And I want to parlay that into your thoughts on, is there ethical consumption under capitalism?
This is very political.
Well, not really. It's a simple. I'm asking your opinion. You, the person, not a representative of
okay,
anything else. Just
okay.
you, the person.
I want to say yes. I want to,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna say no.
You're gonna say there's no ethical consumption under capitalism.
Oh, there kind of might be, probably, but or actually, yes. Yes, I was
Yes?
thinking about our system that we have right now, and that is a no. But there probably are solutions.
So
I don't
can you
really
give
know
me
what
an
they are.
example of things that are produced ethically under capitalism.
I got nothing.
So you say there is
There-
ethical,
no, I'm
there
saying
is
there
ethical
has to
consumption,
be.
but there is not a thing that is produced ethically under capitalism. How is that not a contradiction?
There's like, I have thoughts.
Okay, congratulations.
I
you
have-
are.
I have thoughts, but I cannot portray them just
Yeah?
here and now. You know?
So what are you, like, illiterate?
No,
Can you read?
no.
I mean, I think the people want to know.
Yes,
You
yes.
can't. You apparently you just don't know words. You don't know what Semitic means. I'm unsure if you can read.
Okay.
I'm
This
like,
is the thing. This
like,
is
I
the
don't
thing.
know if you can like. I'm
Brian.
flabbergasted.
Brian. So basically,
How do they let you graduate high
Harry,
school?
How Harry works
Uh-huh.
is late at night when I'm falling asleep at 12 a.m. till 3 a.m. When I'm falling asleep,
Okay.
that is when that hour of like half awakeness is when my brain finally just functions. That's when every neuron activates in my brain and I start having ideas and solutions and mathematical.
So you're only
stuff.
at like peak mental performance 30 minutes out of the day.
Pretty much, and at the end of the day.
So you can only read for 30 minutes out of the day? Is that what you're trying to answer my question with?
I am literate.
You're literate for
I am literate.
at least 30 minutes a day?
At least.
At least. How did you graduate high school?
I did get like a GPA of 2.9, which is better than like probably the average of
Really?
Americans. Is it?
I don't know.
It probably is.
I don't know what my high school GPA was.
Well, 2.9 I feel like is kind of bad, especially coming from a prestigious public high school.
Well, our producer's GPA was like 3.8, so... Yeah.
In high school?
Uh-huh.
Holy crap!
And she can read, so I think what that's telling me is they'll let someone who
No,
can't
3.8
read...
is really good.
They'll let someone who can't read graduate with a 2.9 GPA. So, Harry, the public school system in America, to further our talking points here...
Why are we, like,
The public school
political?
system here in America...
Want to talk about e-bikes?
has many problems. Okay? Of its problems, some people would say that potentially some of them could be resolved by arming teachers.
Arming?
Yeah, with like firearms or knives or pepper spray or whatever. I don't know. It seems to me that is a very contentious topic. Do you have any thoughts on arming teachers?
I feel like it's kind of contradictory.
Okay.
Right? Instead of arming teachers...
So is it contradictory in the same way that you tell me you can read, but in reality you can't? Or is it contradictory like it's just a bad idea?
It's kind of bad because, like, you know, in general, being armed in a school where it's supposed to be, like, pretty much a safe zone for whoever goes there, right? It's like an environment for learning, not for violence,
but I'm going
right?
to introduce you...
So, in general, it's just not
In the eyes of
good.
several pacifist philosophers, such as the esteemed Mahatma Gandhi, there's a difference between having a weapon and using it. And if having a weapon means you don't have to use other forms of violence, is it not more just to have the weapon and not use it than to commit unnecessary violence?
This seriously sounds like open book right now.
I'm sort of leaning into your lane because you like to, you know, this is what I did with the other version of this podcast too. I'm trying to ask you, you know, challenging, tough questions and also sort of make fun of you a little bit. Because I think it's fun.
Is this what office hours is?
Yeah.
Because I've never been on office hours until now. I think.
That's good taste on my part. That's me trying to like protect myself from you. Like you know, like insulate from your like the bubble of illiteracy that follows you.
Do you like want to like take these challenging questions?
Spit it out. Use your words.
Take these challenging questions. Throw it somewhere else, like open book, and then like bring in e-bikes into the conversation for this podcast. What are the ethics of e-bikes?
The ethics of e-bikes. Okay, that's. What do you mean the ethics of e-bikes?
Okay,
we could start. We could add Harry.
I'm Harry.
Let me get you the question here. What even is an e-bike?
Okay, so basically, an e-bike is a lithium-ion powered electric bicycle.
They all have to be powered by a lithium-ion battery.
Usually.
So all of them have to be powered by slave labor.
And basically, what it
bought two of these?
is an yes.
Harry, I think you should just go full mask off and get like a chariot pulled by Colombian children.
Oh, real quick, I'm gonna mention
some like illegal
this new
immigrants and just like enslave them.
This new e-bike that I'm getting that's coming in soon. It's capable of having up to 2 to 3 batteries on it.
So you can have 3 times the amount of slave labor. Oh my!
Yeah, triple the distance.
Harry, have you seen the television show Futurama?
I really want to. I've only watched the first episode.
There's an episode in which they depose the pharaoh of an Egypt-themed planet because it's a science fiction that happens.
Okay.
And one of the main characters, Bending Rodriguez, fantastic character. He says many humorous things.
Interesting.
Says, I believe verbatim, he looks in the camera and says, "Let the previous cruel regime end, and let a whole new wave of cruelty wash over these lazy lands." Essentially, you sort of let go of your first e-bike because the tire exploded.
Not just the tire. I wouldn't just do it.
We'll come back to it.
The tire.
We'll come back to that. We'll put a pin in that.
Okay.
And you get a new one with 3 times the amount of unethical minerals in it.
Potentially.
Potentially.
I can buy the 2 extra batteries.
Okay, so you can.
But that's gonna be
you
really
can
pricey.
buy more slave labor.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So this previous e-bike,
Yes.
you had it.
Yes.
What was wrong with it?
Okay, so we're coming back to that pin, right?
Yeah, I told you we'd come back to it.
Basically,
I don't lie. You might lie, but I don't lie to you on this podcast.
It's simply one problem.
Okay.
Just one problem with one part,
Uh-huh.
and I have been trying to fix it over the course of...
Okay, chop. Tell me what the part is.
Let me start from the beginning, okay?
Okay, but you told me
Back
there
in-
was one problem, and now you're like taking 35. Don't shush me. Hey, do not shush me on my show. That's rude. I'm trying. I'll take my boot off.
You asked me a question, I'm going to explain it.
I'm trying. Dude, I'm trying so hard right now. Okay, and you're just interrupting me. I'm trying to
Okay, so
flow the conversation. All right. I'm trying to. This is ridiculous. Okay.
The hose is crashing out!
No, I'm not crashing out. Okay, I'm just.
Is he gonna cry?
Harry, you said there was one part, and now you're taking 35 years to tell me about one thing. What broke? Tell me what broke.
The rear brakes.
How?
So basically, the rear brakes, I'm going to start from the very beginning, right? They're
You're
hydraulic.
doing it again.
They're hydraulic, okay?
Okay. They're hydraulic.
I'm not going to explain how hydraulic brakes work
I know. I figured you weren't.
because it's
It's very complicated,
yes.
and you're illiterate. How could you understand them?
In November of last year, in 2024,
Yes.
I've noticed that whenever I pull the lever, the brake lever for my rear brakes,
Yes.
it started making a sound and becoming inefficient, right? It was
Uh-huh.
like not doing so well, right?
Yeah.
And so I had zero knowledge on hydraulic brakes at the time,
Yeah.
right? The fool that I was,
Fool that you still are, debatably.
I basically unscrewed the caliper, the brakes essentially, right? The hydraulic
From
brake.
what I know about brakes, taking the calipers off generally makes them work worse.
No. It's just taking it off to like check out what's happening because
so
you have to.
So did you put it back on?
Okay, just listen. Okay, just
I'm trying to listen. You're making it very difficult, though.
listen. Just listen. So I took it off. I was examining it, seeing what was wrong with
This guy.
the caliper, right?
Yes.
The brakes. I was looking at it. There seemed to be nothing wrong from the small knowledge that I know about
Yes.
brakes, right? Hydraulic brakes. So the fool that I pulled the brake lever really strong with it detached from the rotor.
Yes.
That is something that you should never do.
Okay.
Ever. And basically what happened, especially since I didn't know this at the time, but the brake pads were completely eroded. That's also why the brakes weren't working well. The piston inside of the caliper overextended and it started leaking brake fluid. That was the start of this entire mess.
Okay. Apologies for my strange noises. I'm trying to maintain composure in the face of unprecedented things around me.
Foolishness.
Yes, potentially unprecedented levels
Utter
of foolishness.
foolishness. I should have
So that-
watched a YouTube video.
Is that the biggest issue? Was the brakes didn't work?
Yes.
So what could have happened if you kept riding the bike and your brakes didn't work?
The rotor would erode away.
And what would that cause you to like be unable to stop?
It would there's no friction. You can't stop with the rear brakes alone.
Yeah,
it
so-
would maybe slow it down a little bit because
Harry,
there's some
I'm-
friction, but
Harry, so if you don't have rear brakes and you can't stop, what would happen if you couldn't stop and you wanted to?
I would probably need to pull the front
brake?
But that's not as efficient because it's obviously the front brake.
And does that carry any kind of safety concerns with it?
You're basically driving on a 30-mile road, right?
Okay.
And
So is this a hypothetical or did this happen to you?
it could have happened to me.
It could have happened to you.
It has potentially happened to me.
So you're saying that the thing that you're about to elucidate on in a hypothetical
I'm so confused.
almost definitely has happened to you before?
It has not, but it could
It
have
has
happened.
not happened to you, but it could have happened to you.
It could have happened, and it still can happen.
Okay, so this thing that can and potentially will happen to you that you're about to talk to us about, what is it?
Crashing into other cars.
Other cars? So this bike's
Yeah.
this bike's a car now?
You're on the road.
But like you said, other cars. That implies that
On the road.
The thing you're.
What are you on about?
Harry, I'm trying to help you speak better here. Okay? You said other cars. That implies that the thing you are in is in fact a car.
What?
Just say you could crash into cars. You don't have to have the other word "other" in there. And now he's crying. I made him cry. Now he's screaming and crying. I'm just trying to be a good person here.
Okay, so let's move on about the
Why are you
that
yeah, the problem?
okay, the hypothetical problem that could happen, right?
The hypothetical thing.
So
that
over
might
the
happen.
course of the last few months since that happened,
Okay.
I've been trying to fix it, right?
You've been trying to fix it.
I've been looking up YouTube videos. I bought a whole set of new brake pads.
Uh-huh.
A whole brake bleeding kit. And if you guys have motorcycles out there, then you know how to bleed brakes or whatever.
So brake bleeding, is that like bleeding from wounds?
No, basically it's where you have to, you know how there's brake fluid in the system, right?
So you would
It's
say that's
hydraulic.
analogous to the blood of the brakes.
Yes.
Okay.
You have to, it's not really like bleeding, it's more like pushing all the air out of the system. Because air is what kind of just makes it all.
Uh-huh.
But basically, that's what I had to do when I tried fixing this problem, right? Basically, what I did, do not interrupt me, was after the piston overextended, I looked up YouTube videos about how to fix it. They said just push it back in. That's what I did. And it seemed to work fine after that, right? I pushed it back in. I ordered new brake pads to replace the old eroded ones. That's what the YouTube video said. And
You ordered new brake pads and you pushed the piston back in.
yes.
And you said you watched a YouTube tutorial that told you how to do this.
Yes. And
How did you watch a YouTube tutorial if you couldn't navigate YouTube? Because as we've established, you can't read.
Brian, I'm gonna kill you.
You're gonna kill me? Now he's making threats of violence. I'm simply pointing
Oh,
out
we don't
logical
condone
I'm
violence.
simply pointing out logical
I'm going
inconsistencies.
to metaphorically kill you.
Metaphorically kill me.
I'm gonna
Is that in
metaphorically.
the same way Freud suggested children kill their fathers?
Why are we going there?
Talking about metaphorically killing.
Oh, what is this
Okay,
show?
moving back into the bike, you had all
Okay.
these problems with the brakes.
Okay.
Right? I'm just going to sum those up as brakes brokey, no fixie. Okay?
I tried to fix them many times. I even
tried to
bled my
fix them.
brakes because the brake was
Yes.
being spongy after I did all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
And over the course of these few months, I probably took 9 hours total.
9 total man hours.
Yes, working on this bike, and I bought probably $100, maybe more than $100 worth of parts and repair
Yes.
stuff just for this brake.
So would you call those brakes a money pit?
Probably because I'm dumping money and time into these
Yeah.
brakes, and honestly, I don't want to waste any more time on these. Just trying to figure out. Oh, which. If you didn't interrupt me earlier, I could explain what the new problem was with the brakes. Bryan!
Why are you saying my name like that? That feels like you're trying to put venom in that. I don't understand why.
But basically, after
now
I
interrupting me.
bled my
Wow,
brakes,
ridiculous.
it kept still happening, right? And I thought it was the rotor because the rotor seemed to have it seemed kind of rusted, but it wasn't really rusted. I
It
don't
has
know.
gunk on it.
Yeah, kind of. It didn't really have gunk on it. It's more like it just looked discolored where the brake pads,
So you
would go on.
you said looks discolored.
Yes, it looked kind of.
So you're saying the
brown.
rotor should have been a uniform color.
Yes.
What else in life do you think should be a uniform color?
What?
Would you say society perhaps should be a uniform color?
Why are we coming back to society? I'm talking about brakes.
You're talking about the brakes on your bike being a uniform color.
Yeah.
I'm talking about related topics, Harry.
Is this related?
I asked you if other things should be all the same color, and now you're screaming at me because you don't understand
Okay, how about
basic
this couch?
jumps in logic.
How about this couch?
This couch.
This couch should be all uniform color because it's a couch that's originally blue.
Why?
Yes.
Why should it be one color?
Because it would be aesthetically unpleasing if it wasn't. Unless it looked good with multiple other
So you
color
would say
compositions.
things you should be the. Okay, you know what? Let me take a minute and calm down.
I'm so confused.
Let me take a minute and calm down.
I'm so lost.
Because I'm actually like panicking right now.
Yeah,
okay?
I'm panicking too. I have no idea what's going
So
on.
you just said to me that you should be the arbiter of what things are multicolored and what things are singular colored because they have to look good to you. God complex much? You know, Harry, even the great dictators of history didn't think they should control the color of everything.
I bought a new bike that's actually really, really, really good.
He's dragging it back to his
I
stupid bike.
I hope the company sponsors us someday.
Is your bike one color?
I could keep going on.
What color's your bike?
But anyways,
and now he's not answering my questions.
I had a crash out before buying this bike. I bought the
producer,
bike because
in the booth. I need you to mute him and cut away from him.
I crashed out and bought it.
He's crashing out
now
right
I'm
now.
Gonna crash out again.
He's crashing out right now because he can't handle the heat.
I
okay?
can't handle this guy.
He can't handle the heat. So I'm gonna tell him to get out of the kitchen.
All right.
Right. So I genuinely hope you're not muted. I actually don't know what's going on.
We have no idea.
So you just went off on this horrific, extremely rude tangent about your bike.
Rude.
And I just want to move on from that a little bit.
Okay. Oh, to the new bike.
Because we're in sort of the back, like, section of the show.
Yeah.
And I just want to ask you some sort of faster questions.
Like my new bike.
No, not about your new bike.
I could talk
I mean,
all day
maybe
about
they could be about your new bike, but probably not. And I just want to sort of get your opinion on something.
Oh, God.
What's the best Icee flavor?
What's an Icee?
You know, like a Slurpee from 7-Eleven?
Oh, those!
Yeah, an Icee's like that, but they sell them in non-hoity-toity gas stations.
I haven't had those since I was hanging out with my childhood friend in 5th grade.
So, would you say that they're for children?
Definitely, probably not. But
Okay.
maybe as like a little treat
So would you say as a child you consumed them, your consumption of them was not a good thing?
Well, that's what my parents told me.
Okay.
Well, no.
Your
So
parents sound like wise people.
okay.
At least your mother.
Okay, so basically, I would say no for most kids.
Yes.
All
Most
kids, because of the ingredients, right, and the sugar content in
What
it.
if your child is diabetic and is dying unless he consumes sugar and the only thing around is an Icee machine?
Isn't that like the opposite of what a
But diabetics can't regulate their sugar up or down, so sometimes they crash really hard and need sugar right now.
Oh, okay.
That's so offensive. You didn't know that about diabetics. That's crazy. My dad's diabetic.
I thought it was
That's
just
so
like
mean to Harry. You just insulted my father to my face.
It's just a lack of knowledge.
All right, let's move on. Let's
Okay,
move back
yeah,
to
let's
the
move
actual
on.
question.
Yeah,
What's your favorite? Do you just not? You're agnostic on Ices?
I maybe brown, the brown color.
Brown. What flavor is brown, Harry? You don't know what you don't even. Okay.
That's okay.
Let's
Wait.
Let's just move on.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Last thought on it. Brown and blue.
Brown and blue. What? So like the mixed martial arts flavor. The I just got beaten up in an alley flavor trio. Brown and blue.
Tastes so good. I still remember the taste of it.
In your mouth? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No, Harry, that's because your gums are bleeding because you just got punched. Throw some red in there. Get the blood.
So red, blue, and brown. Oh wait, red is something that I mixed in there too.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move to a related question. You're probably gonna have a more definite.
All right.
answer.
I have no idea. Probably.
Do you prefer? What's your favorite? I'm gonna call soft drink, like soda. What's your favorite sort of pop?
Okay, why are
Soda
we?
pop.
So we're talking about sugar content stuff, right?
Okay.
Why are we not touching base on ice cream? You know this about me. I am like an ice cream addict.
Ice cream fiend.
I cannot stop eating
Okay.
ice cream.
Harry, let me ask you an inverse question.
All right.
What's the worst type of ice cream you've ever had?
Ooh, it has to be. I'm gonna call the company out. Ben & Jerry's.
Okay.
Ben & Jerry's. I don't know what the flavor was, but
So you don't support prison reform because you don't support Ben and Jerry's? You think the prison system's fine?
sure, Brian.
Okay,
Sure.
so you just
know
agreed
what?
to
I'm
that.
just going to accept it.
So what kind of Ben and Jerry's was the worst?
I don't exactly remember what it was, but no, it wasn't that. I actually did like one
Yes.
flavor by Ben & Jerry's, which it was fish food, but fish
You
food.
eat fish food? Harry, that nutritional content of fish food cannot be good. You eating
That's
like,
all of Ben &
you
Jerry's.
eating like beta flakes? Or like the pellets?
Yeah.
So you're putting like beta flakes in ice cream?
No, it's
Harry, that can't be good for you. Okay, well,
Okay,
we're
so,
running
okay,
up on we're running up on our time. Just say the name of it.
I don't remember.
You don't remember the name of it? Okay. Do you remember the sort of the flavor profile, what it was potentially like?
Yeah, it was like caramel.
Caramel?
Something
Okay.
something
That kind of
related
tracks.
to
Caramel ice cream is
salted
really
caramel.
good or nasty.
Salted caramel.
Excuse me. I've been coughing all episode because
Yeah.
I have the consumption. We're getting up on our time slot.
That sucks.
The what?
That sucks.
The consumption?
Continue.
It's horrid. It's horrific. I just wanted to ask you if there is a singular thought or a piece of advice
No.
or a way to live your life that you want to leave our listeners with, or viewers even.
So like we were saying, we should definitely not eat fish food, real fish food. The Ben & Jerry's flavor is actually genuinely good. You should definitely try it, even though there's little fishies inside of it. Yes, real fish is obviously an ice cream.
The anchovies?
Shut up.
How do they even fit those in
And-
a pipe?
And don't eat fish food. Don't run
Don't eat,
away from it.
run away from it. Okay, we have to end. I've been your host, Bryan Mohler. I'm here with
Harry Kerametlian.
Harry last name.
Kerametlian.
Goodbye, friends. Be safe. Don't do anything stupid. See you guys next
What
time.
is this show?
Skill issue.